Good evening, everybody. My name is Ito, and tonight we have another fantastic match for you. It's going to be Rise Esports Club versus Lux Gaming for the ESEA Advanced Season 33 lower bracket playoffs. Now, let's talk about both these teams, what they're like heading into it. It will be Lux Gaming choosing this map over Rise Esports Club, and Rise actually haven't had the best performance on Nuke. They played it once versus Faint Gaming, and they lost in a pretty dominant fashion. So maybe they've done their homework, and maybe they've started to patch up some of their wounds. We're going to start things off on our favorite pistol round here. It looks like an Astralis pistol coming out of Lux as well. Just quickly down Secret here. And there is absolutely no CTs ready to play with them here. The first point of contact will be Crotomo, but right now, Rise Esports Club are staying very, very static. As the push starts coming down here, Crow makes some noises and has Domo by his side here. But can they deal with the absolute Glock train that's going to come at them? It's a completely different question here. Unfortunately, it's exchanged back and forth, but overwhelmingly, Lux Gaming are going to be able to take the site, get the bomb down, and play it from there. It becomes so difficult for Rise from this point forward here, and my lord, they might not even have a chance at making this one happen. They're just being pushed from all angles. Halo in a 1-on-4 somehow has to clutch this out. He gets the first shot, somehow manages that one off here, but he's surrounded by all angles, and the crossfire is just too strong. It ends up overwhelming him, so despite the best efforts of players like Halo, he will fall like the rest of his team, and will go down 1-0. So Lux Gaming, pretty standard pistol. It's not anything game-breaking. It's a very nice secret pop and just trying to take that lower site quickly, but it works, I mean, to a T, really. We'll get them round number one. Force up from both sides. Domo picking up the scout, otherwise pistols. And a missed nade from Lux Gaming is probably not the start that they're looking for here, considering it seemed like they wanted to do a vent drop or something of the sort, considering Mickey and Nightmare's position. But they'll make do with what they got. Mickey with an AK-47 in hand. For some reason, the view model is just so pretty. It's just not showing up on the camera. But it's no matter. He'll find the kill onto Halo. One of the 4 deagles on the side of Rise Esports Club down just like that. Bit of a trade out. Mickey low on HP. Might be a little bit of a liability, but heading into the later parts of this round, Lux Gaming should be able to trade everybody out. Consi could potentially throw a wrench in these plans, though, as he sits behind the vents here. His teammate makes contact, and Consi will as well. Nice little shot onto Mickey. A bit overkill. He didn't need to hit that decat shot, but you need to hit that one on Nightmare. And my lord, does he deliver with one and a second. He can try to continue, just try to stay alive as his teammates desperately come around him. Crow will get another deeg to his teammate's name, and it's all falling apart. Lux Gaming have absolutely no foothold in that one as they get tagged down one by one by one. Rise Esports Club will somehow steal that one away. That is so big for Rise. Lux Gaming, it feels like they should have just given up on the idea of taking it upper, and maybe B would be their best bet, but I mean, hindsight is 2020. I mean, looking back, it does kind of feel a little bit strange that they committed so hard to taking upper, especially when things weren't going right from the get-go, such as with that nade missing on the T side. But door now opens up a couple of opportunities for the T side to strike right back. But this is a pretty lopsided buy, I have to say. Lux Gaming only with pistols up against the rifles and such of Rise Esports Club. Doesn't exactly make it a fair matchup, but I'm sure Rise Esports Club couldn't be happier. Crow, nice little contact play over towards ramp. Will just choose the flash, not take a fight just too early, and well, he's gonna get a nice little lineup on the pistols if he does. Quick triple for him. Not the craziest of rounds, but something a little bit nice to take home with you. Also pounds the money a little bit more of the CT side as well, so overall, I have to say, decent start, Rise Esports Club. They don't struggle against that anti-eco whatsoever, which is big news considering, you know, that's what happened with Lux. And so they stabilize. Rise Esports Club, with a nice wealth of money in their pocket, will now have another free round to build up even more in their bank accounts. Crow might be the person to find all that money as well. Here's a Glock train comes through. Bit worried about how much he wants to commit to this, but no, he's going fully deep into this one here. Gets a free kill. Overwhelmed will be his teammates by the rest of the Glocks, but it's minimal damage at the end of the day. Lux Gaming probably they can't be too unhappy with that. I mean, they might only find 2 kills in that round, but for the $0 investment that they had, it's not too shabby. Obviously, it's not something that you're going to, I mean, really look back as one of the craziest rounds of the game, but it's solid. I mean, it's 2 guns for the price of absolutely nothing, so the CTs do have to rebuy that, and it can start whittling away at least a little bit more at the economy of the side of Rise Esports Club. So now it's even footing for both sides. Lux Gaming will have their rifles in play, including the double Krieg on AB and Nightmare. Mickey, who has been relegated to holding down door before, this time just kind of floating around everywhere. AB will open things up, though. Kill over towards Secret, it seems like. Thought it would have been over by credit card, but I suppose not. Crow, meanwhile, extends that ramp, finds Scourge, but is barely staying alive after the chaos here, only on 2 points of health. And, I mean, in a perfect world, Lux Gaming would realize that Crow's usually that quick rotator out towards lower, so in theory it would be best to try to take the push down there, because maybe it would be their best bet for gunfights. Now that it's all evened up, thing could still swing either way. This is one of the maps where rotates are so important, so 4-on-4 for the T side is absolutely game-changing. But my lord, it won't be a 4v4 for too long here. Lunar sustains so much damage just pushing down Secret. That tag coming through is pretty huge from, I want to say it was Duck. But Crow's set up over towards lower. Lux Gaming, even if they try to take it to the B-bomb site here, they're still going to be met with one adversary. Possibly a second quick on the flank as well. But for right now, it is going to be their best bet. 20 seconds remain for them to make their move. And finally, they start making some noise while doing it. Crow now has a teammate in Duck ready to help save his life here. He might need it as well. 2 points of health, but still 1 kill for your trouble. Not too shabby in particular. They struggle to get the bomb down. They don't protect their bomb planter, and that's it. It's round over. There's no time for Lux Gaming to plant the C4, and because of that, they're just forced to save their guns more than anything. Halo doesn't really get to rub salt in the wound. Unfortunately, no gun taken after time. But it's still a round that falls completely flat on its face. And Lux Gaming will get away with that one nearly empty-handed. Sure, they'll save the Krieg and the AK-47, buy up a Mac as well as a Galil, but it really pales in comparison to that. I mean, what the buy could have been if they have just gotten the bomb down. Even if they lost out from there, I mean, that would have been an extra $800 for them to work with. It could have completely changed the landscape of how this early game would go. But unfortunately, no such luck for them. Rise Esports Club definitely seeming a little better prepared than they were against Faint Gaming. It was a, again, 8-16 loss. Now, I don't know the history of how Lux Gaming did on this one in their previous matchups here, but I would assume better. Slow contact play over towards ramp. Where is Crow? He's already backed up. He's given up the ghost. Let them take lower and let them eat cake. Duck opens things up. Nice little shot onto AB. Removes him from the round. He's down to 13 HP himself, Duck. But he still can get a lot of work done here. We saw what Crow was able to do on 2 points of health. And although a Vents drop is going to be coming in from Lux Gaming, is this even going to be their best bet? Crow will be quickly at the ready, and this is such a strong angle. If you look over towards Zika, he notices the door opening, but doesn't choose to commit to a fight here, and he's just going to get flanked from both sides. A bit of a miscommunication, perhaps, something else, I don't exactly know, but an opportunity taken away from him means that Rise Esports Club barely have a chance to make this one work here, and with Consti dropping, so has the round. Most likely going to be a 4-2, so Lux scrounge another one together, and this time it's way more convincing than their first victory, I have to say. Only 2 players dropping. Could have been 1 if that fight was won against Halo, but no luck for them, I suppose. 4-2. Things are looking a little bit more up for Lux Gaming, but they're not at the, you know, they're not out of the woods just yet, I guess is one way to put it. Although the CTs are being very careful with how much money they're spending. Keep in mind, Halo with 5,200 is still only investing with a Deagle half armor. The CTs are being so conservative with their money at the moment. It's actually kind of absurd. They want to be able to get an AWP probably into Crow's hands. Or maybe Domo's hands, excuse me. Keep on forgetting who the opera on this team is, but Lux Gaming, they should be able to close this one out without too much of an issue. The maps are going to be Nuke, Mirage, and Inferno, and this one was picked by Lux Gaming, by the way, guys. Bit of a standstill for the time being. Nothing really breaking the bank or blowing your mind. Nice little shot to open things up. Mickey, the first entry in, but Lux Gaming choose to sit on it. They don't need to push on this mana advantage just yet, especially since the upper site hasn't exactly treated them too well. But a multi-pronged attack definitely seems a lot more their style, as I think Rise Esports Club won't be able to steal this one away. The only chance relies on Domo and well as Crow. I don't see either of them finding anything more than perhaps a kill or two, especially with Domo's position being taken away from them. Crow remains as the only question mark, and even so, Mickey is at the ready. That USP pales in comparison to a rifle. And as expected, minimal investment, minimal reward. Rise Esports Club have absolutely zero foothold on this one, as they will give up a third round to Lux Gaming. So I have to say, T-side is starting to look pretty good for Lux Gaming. Even Domo going down at the end of it doesn't get to even save that Deagle armor, so that kind of hurts. Especially considering if the CTs were to lose this one, they wouldn't have much money left in their pockets. A very important round when it comes to setting up the economic advantage for both teams, or the economic status of both teams, excuse me. If Rise Esports Club win this one, Lux Gaming will probably be relegated to a bit of a more harrowing bye, depending on how terrible the loss is, if they get bombed down, etc., etc. But they still have another bye in their tank. Meanwhile, Rise Esports Club, they really need to win this one if they want to chain a couple of ones together, because Lux Gaming are on the brink of evening things up and possibly doing even better. Quick little push into lower as well. I love this setup from Rise Esports Club at the moment. Take a little gander at that. They have Duck at the ready over towards Heaven. Halo sitting, well, was on top of Hut, but has backed off closer to door. So he's expecting some sort of vents drop is what I would imagine the kind of play is. But no gift from anyone just yet. Still all quiet on the western front. No contact made, but it might be made over towards inner, because Lunar yet to unscope. Might have the door blown wide open. It's an opportunity for him to strike here. Lux are taking this extremely slowly at the moment, I have to say. It's agonizingly slow. Let's see if Rise are going to be ready for the challenge, though. Crow will be the first face over towards ramp. It's a 1-for-1 trade, a 2-for-1 trade. So Crow, he gets his job done, but not much more than just that. Mickey trades him out. We'll be able to storm the lower site as a result here, but there are not many legs on this push just yet. The second player over at B will drop. Consi, no chance of life. Now it belongs entirely to Lux Gaming, and it should be their round to win. Halo and Duck will try to throw a wrench in the plan. I just don't exactly see it happening, though. Halo, good little kill into Nightmare. Maybe starts things off on the right foot for Rise Esports Club, but there's still 2 more members to find, and Lux Gaming can afford to take this slow. Duck actually gets another, so it will fall onto AB's shoulders. He knows where both players are now, and Halo, low on HP, just can't really close things out. It's not the craziest of clutches, but it's very well played by Lux to end up winning the game, winning the round, excuse me. And will put themselves in a position to get number 5 on the board as well. Keep in mind, this is what I said. The economic advantage in itself is so important, and Rise Esports Club don't even have that going for them. They don't have that sort of cushion of money. They have to go with full default pistols with the exception of Halo and Consti. Have a Deagle on P250. An outer stack. It's been a while since I've seen something like this, but I think it could be good. Lux Gaming, I mean, they like to take it slow. Haven't really explored outside all too much. But if they did, it could be easy pickings. Maybe. Behind the smoke, doesn't spot anybody. No bullets exchanged on either side of the fight, though, so it stays at a standstill. Surely there's no chance this works out for Rise. No way they get away with it twice in this game here, but the guerrilla warfare tactic works out perfectly, and Halo is ready to strike blood. He gets AB completely uncontested, Have to face off against a wall of CTs, and Mickey sprays down 3, but he dies to the P250 like everybody else. It should just be a clean sweep from here on out, but I have to say, Rise Esports Club, they're making this relatively competitive. They're shedding a lot of blood on the side of the T's here. So while they will be able to most likely secure this round, it's not without a bit of a hiccup. Duck could even go for more if he wanted to. I'm thinking it's probably too tall of an order for him to actually try to go for the round win. 3,000 to his name after losing this one here. Maybe 3,400. Yeah, there's almost no reason to go for this. Gotta start building up your economy, but Duck still not completely out of this one. He's just checking for any players exiting over towards ramp, so just maybe wants to peek his head in. Maybe if he can get an AK-47. Lux Gaming, nowhere to be found towards that area, though. They're hiding much, much safer. And they'll both stay healthy. All 3 will stay healthy, in fact. And Lux Gaming take the lead. Those were kind of the gimme rounds taken care of, I have to say. I mean, Rise Esports Club, there's almost no way that they should have won that. The fact that they made it that competitive in itself is pretty promising. Like, up against full pistols, some of which aren't even upgraded, they managed to find 3 guns on the side of Lux Gaming and kept one of them. So it's not too shabby. I mean, they can be really happy with that one. It's huge damage. But the CTs, either way, would have been able to buy up, and we're going to be seeing their results come out right here. This time it's Crow who's going to be holding down Secret, something that we saw Consi do previously. So that means who's holding over towards ramp? Is it Domo? Indeed it is, with the AWP. So they've switched up a couple of positions, Rise Esports Club, perhaps as a bit of an adjustment. The T's, I wouldn't say exactly have had their number or anything of the sort. It just feels like a lot of these rounds were based off of that economic advantage that they had straight up here. We've only seen a couple of really strong gun rounds at the moment, but this one isn't looking as promising for Lux Gaming. They get off to a nasty start. Duck finding one nearly a second as Mickey, struggling to stay alive, falls actually at the hand of Crow, who's lurking over at Secret. Duck, completely uncontested on top of Hut, remains to be a force to be reckoned with. Or remains a force to be reckoned with, excuse me. And, well, although he's eventually snuffed out, it's a 1-for-1 trade all the way through, and this kind of numbers game is something Rise Esports Club are perfectly comfortable playing. They're just going to win it by elimination, denying Lux Gaming any luxury of having map control or even gunfight advantages. But AB still is going for it. Gets the first gunfight win over Consi, but there's still 3 more remaining that he has to take over, and this next one is probably going to be his toughest challenge, especially considering that both of them are basically stacked up right on top of each other. Halo, I think, spots in. Crow will be at the ready with his AWP to trade it out. He misses a shot, but AB has no time, so it's done. It's dusted. At least he dies before time. And so things overall stay decent for Lux Gaming. That's better damage than I would have thought they would have gotten at the end of the day, to be completely honest. And so it's not terrible. It's all evened up, 5-5. Another kind of even economical situation. Still important for the CTs to try to win this one convincingly if they so possibly can, because it's another kind of scenario where Lux Gaming are on the brink of just destroying their economy. Outside push. Consi with a bit of spam through. Bullets exchange. Oh, it actually leads to a kill on Lunar. Huge spray by Consi through the smoke. Tags up Scourge as well for his trouble. So this Astralis kind of play. This looks like a Astralis pistol, actually, from Lux Gaming. It's, not a game-breaking strat by any stretch of the imagination, but still having that one-player nightmare lurking over at Decon is interesting to me. Especially since his team is down a player. It becomes very, very difficult to do almost anything, but the B site might be their best bet. Domo watching lower. Might have easy pickings over Mickey. Oh, he looks away at just the wrong time. It's an unfortunate way to fall, and 2 kills go the way of Lux Gaming, so right back into their favor. Nightmare quickly traded out, though, as he slowly tries to contest upper A. That means that the B site is pretty much the only safe haven for the T's, and even then, it still comes with its danger. Duck finds Mickey, now down into a 2 versus 2, actually. AB, right as we're was about to speak the numbers into existence. He gets another kill, and it actually might get even sweeter of a deal for Lux Gaming as he continues. AB finds a second in the round. Consi, last one left standing, is forced to save his gun because, as I mentioned before, their money was not looking good. This was a very important round just for their economy in of itself, and the fact that they can't win it means that, well, you guessed it, you have to save the AK. It hurts a little bit considering there was a lot going the way of Rise. Hell, I mean, Consi was a big damage dealer in that one, spraying through the smoke as they're trying to push out. Into Secret was huge. It got them a free kill, and it barely, I mean, Scourge barely was left standing at the way through. So, I mean, it's not the worst in the world, but it's been a pretty rough draw for Rise Esports Club so far. They really struggle in these kind of mid-late round scenarios. Lux Gaming are able to exploit it, get themselves up to 6, so this map pick is proving to be rather promising for them, and we haven't even seen the CT side yet. Opening things up will be Duck, peeks out towards Hut, but doesn't overstay his welcome. Again, this will be going to Mirage after this and Inferno as our decider in case it gets to that point here. Look at this interesting ramp setup, though. Mickey, although he takes down Crow, boosted up here, and Doma has no chance just because of the sheer utility, if nothing else. It could have actually net them a couple of kills. That would have been interesting. Oh, Duck, maybe you have a chance in this one, too. Hides over towards radio, or control room, excuse me. They actually aren't checking for him. Oh, my lord, Duck. Don't tell me you're going to do it to them. Oh, no! Oh, that's unfortunate. He doesn't quite get the 1 dig off. It's still a kill. Better than you might have gotten otherwise. That still is going to be another save for Rise Esports Club. There's pretty much only one realistic scenario where they could have won that, and it was going to be off the back of a crazy play from someone like Duck, but no chance. It's no problem, really. It's sure going to be 7 for Lux Gaming, but 2 rifles saved from Rise Esports Club is not too shabby either. I think they can be rather happy with being able to get away with these guns, plus they have a little bit of time to talk about things. Maybe if they want to switch their setup by any different means, I guess. They have a lot of, you know, different little switches that they can turn on and off, whether it's like, you know, having a player play outside aggressively over towards red box if they want to try going for a lobby crunch if they're stuck on pistols next time, you know, if they want to have 2 players aggressive secret. There's a lot of like different dials that they can turn here to make work out for them. It's been a rough game for Domo, I have to say. 1 in 11 at the moment. Hasn't quite been able to show up as he might have hoped with that AWP, but he'll give it another shot over at ramp. And yep, there's a switch up that I was thinking of here. Crow goes down secret early on here, and yep, he's going to be actually pushing out. So this is actually, never mind, a setup that we saw earlier on. But Crow is going to be quick at the ready. He's just going to get overwhelmed, though. Lux Gaming, they have such a brutalizing pace, that they take down Crow without any contention whatsoever. Duck able to find one in return, though. But the kill feed is overwhelmingly filled with yellow, and because of that, it is just about done. Duck especially doesn't help their case. He's on 11 points of health. Domo, no kill, but he might be able to save the AWP for a rainy day. And that rainy day might be very, very soon, because I have to tell you, the forecast for Rise Esports Club is not looking very sunny. It's another save in a row, 8 given up to Lux Gaming. Not very nice. The CT side hasn't exactly treated them all too well, but this is a map pick of... Holy hell, AB, what a heads-up play. Spotted Duck's legs and secured the kill. And Domo, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit here. He's being chased down, and thing is, Lux Gaming, they can way afford... Oh my lord, that nade stack is nasty. I love it. Oh man, that is absolutely gorgeous. That is clean as hell. And honestly, that just has to hurt Rise Esports Club even more. Their money, they don't get to save that AWP. That is absolutely massive. It's honestly such a game changer. Sure, Domo will be able to rebuy it, but that's basically 5K down the drain. hurts the morale as well as the economy, and Rise Esports Club will now be going for something a little bit more passive. Halo is not even sitting on top of Hut anymore. He's just staying up in heaven. But he might get pushed over to heaven here. And speaking of pushing, going to heaven, it will be Crow, first victim of the round here. Second will be Scourge, and third will be Halo. So, again, trading back and forth. This time, though, Lux Gaming are on the forefront of winning this one here, despite the hero plays that Rise Esports are trying to show off. The kills just happen so quickly in succession, one after another, that it is going to have to be 3 saves in a row, or at least 3 save attempts, excuse me, for Rise Esports Club. It's really not looking good for them on the CT side. Their money is just constantly restricting them. That's another big thing too, isn't it? Just kind of a money game that Lux Gaming are playing. I mean, the T economy is so strong, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, it just feels like the CTs have had absolutely no shot at even being able to get away with much of anything. Domo, with his op though, knows that he might get chased down again, so he's backing up. He is fully committed to saving all the way in CT spawn, and he should be able to get away with it. Lux Gaming, yeah, they're going to chase him down, but they aren't too heavily committed to the fight here. Still remain with 2 guns and well over 10k on 2 players. It's a pretty nice look for them. And it's only going to look even nicer here because it's another struggle buy for Rise Esports Club. They're going to scrounge together the last of their money and just try to put together a little bit of something. 2 M4s from Moss, Deagle, AWP. It's not half bad. To be completely honest, it was better than I thought it would be. But this is another must-win for them. As expected, it is the last round of the half. They're going to need every single one that they can get. Yeah, and they don't really have many opportunities to get that many more, can't they? 9-6 is the best bet for them. Not exactly the strongest CT half, I think we can all comfortably say. Not much has been working out for Rise Esports Club here, and not a lot has been working out for Domo as well. He's 4-12, so I mean, you know, that happens. There's always got to be someone lagging behind on the scoreboard. But, I mean, keep in mind that 3 of his kills have been all on saves. That kind of changes the pace of things a little bit. That being said, Crow is an insane player. There's a reason I put him as a player to watch, or excuse me, Crow and Domo are both players to watch in this game here. They both have insane series, and I mean, in their last matchup versus Feint, they were the 2 best performers together. And Duck was actually up there as well. I might have been wrong on that. What I'm trying to say is there's still a chance. Domo hasn't been given the best draw so far, but he might have a chance versus Scourge right here. Nope, Scourge just crouch peeks out. And execute on the cards soon for Lux Gaming. Halo at the ready. Will be waiting on top of Hut. Another aggressive position, has a smoke at the ready. And Duck will be watching his wayside. Another slow play. Lux Gaming feel absolutely no need to up the ante, up the pace whatsoever, especially since this is the final T-side round. Maybe we'd see the real scary stuff on that second half. Pretty vital as well that Rise Esports Club get number 6 here. It's a very telegraphed push from Lux Gaming. Let's see if Rise Esports Club can react to it. And, well, that's an interesting start. A Molotov kill onto his own teammate makes things fall in the wayside. And, yeah, this is not looking very good, isn't it? 10 seconds remain. Scourge has to pull off a 1 versus 2. He can try to divide his fights all he wants, but he's going to get pushed from both angles. It's a very anticlimactic way to end that first half, I have to say. It's not exactly clean. Yeah, what was that Molotov kill onto their own teammate? That has to hurt. Poor Mickey. Poor guy indeed. But 9-6, not a great half, but not also the worst half that Rise Gaming, or Rise Esports rather, could have had. So they'll look to set themselves up for success on this pistol. If they win it, plus the follow-ups, we're at an even game. It's still far from game over. And plus, there's still possibly 2 more maps in the series as well. And again, considering this is the map pick of Lux Gaming, you have to hope that they maybe have something special planned for us on the CT half. Right now, though, the only interesting thing I know is 3 players pushing outer into mini. Now watching over towards door. They're expecting some sort of quick door play, perhaps, from Rise. Pretty standard default from Rise as well, watching for any early pushes. Flash into mini, or flash towards outer. Oh, are they going to try to go for a heaven wrap? Nope, they're just going to go ahead and try to take it on the lower level. Storm the upper site here, but the CT surely will be able to win these duels just because they're stuck in a variety of different situational locations. And, I mean, hell. That was just kind of a whitewash. It wasn't all too crazy. Just a nice little stream of kills coming in for the CT side. Really sets them up for success here, especially since this is most likely going to be another gimme. Plus, there should be a third coming their way, assuming they win this one. So, we might be seeing 12-6 in our near future. However, Rise Esports Club, they're not too shabby on pistols. We saw what they did on CT side early on. They managed to be, at the very least, lethal. Maybe they have something special planned for us again. Now, fully outer. We have 2 players even watching for it as well. This should be a relatively clean sweep. Nightmare. Not at the ready, but AB surely will be in case they try to pop into mini here. Wait for a flash. Wait for a little bit of something, AB. Because it is a bit dangerous to go out for that right now. Nightmare also at the ready. This is such a solid setup here. I can't see a world in which Rise Esports Club get away with much of anything. First point of contact is made, second is made, and yeah, it's a meat grinder. Duck all by his lonesome against 5, doesn't even find 1, so that was a bit of a one-sided affair. Rise Esports, unfortunately, when they spotted the player, they just kind of seemed stuck to their roots and were unable to move, but it's no problem. Sure, they gave that one away, but they have a full gun round coming in for them in round number 3 of the second half. It's not too bad. 2 Kriegs in play. Light util, sure, but they can still make like an upper execute work out just fine. Early util. I think Lux Gaming are not expecting them to buy into this one here. Look at how early they're using some of this util. This screams anti-eco, so maybe just because of that, the fact that Lux Gaming are kind of treating this one as a bonus round, they could be at a real loss for words. So Rise Esports, be a little bit scared. Or Lux Gaming, rather, be a little bit scared. Nightmare put on 16 as he tried to hold down door, get spammed through it. Good start for them. Consi also has a very interesting amount of outside control alongside his teammate Halo, so a very strong default game so far from the T side. Minute passes on the clock. And things are not looking very good for Lux Gaming, I have to say. Sure, these MP9s and pretty much every gun that they have excel in these close ranges, but I still think Rise Esports in most worlds should be able to kind of overwhelm them. Insanely slow T-side being played as well, I should mention. Rise Esports Club finally commit to going down lower with 30 seconds remaining here, so they're finally ready to start a little bit of a fight. Mickey actually won't find first kill. It'll be Lunar, but it's traded right back by Crow. And so it's still kind of a one-for-one sort of game. Still even trades. AB could easily swing the pendulum in the other way, though, and Crow, great on the shot, takes him down. That takes the chances of Lux Gaming being able to win this round all the way down, but the MP9s are striking back with a vengeance. But they're only able to find that much damage. Crow is incredible at the moment with a quad kill. Might be able to ace up against Lux Gaming because Scourge, he's still committed to the fight. He wants to try to make this retake work. And against 2 members, one of which is an on-fire Crow. Oh, wow, he did the silent heaven drop. That's insane. We're looking at the next crystal here. Let's see if he can pull off the same kind of magic in the clutch that he did before. He gets Crow, but can't get the second. Denies him of the ace, but allows Duck to step right up. That's pretty clean, though, I have to say. Well played by him. Now, sure, the round doesn't go their way, but it's really decent damage done on something that was basically treated as a bonus from Lux. Now we'll see a full nade stack over at Outer. Coming through from the CT side. Not much invested into this one, to be completely honest. from the CTs. They definitely want to get something strong together, possibly see AWPs. And the nades are actually thrown over by Door. Oh, that is huge. Poor Duck. Oh, he nearly gets roasted down to 10 points of health here. But that is immediately going to be the catalyst for Rise Esports bringing it lower, because they know that the presence there has to be pretty minimal if all the CTs just threw their nades upper. But Lux Gaming aren't going for the win. They're going for some damage. Duck, who's barely staying alive, has managed to avoid the scare for the time being. And the teammates, his teammates rather, slowly taking lower, should also have not that bad of a time. Lunar falls over out outside, and the gauntlet of kills goes the way of Rise without too many hiccups. Sure, they eat some heavy damage, but they're keeping the players alive, keeping the guns alive, and keeping the dream of a comeback alive as well. Very nice cleanup at the end of the day. Rise Esports Club win it without dropping a single player, so they will be able to stabilize their economy a bit more, buy up AKs if they still feel like it. But Lux Gaming will be able to do the exact same. Indeed, the AWP is brought out into Scourge's hand, and Lunar also brings one up into his lovely hands as well. Lunar on the glass cannon. Been seeing this a little bit more out of him recently, and, well, doesn't work out this time, doesn't it? 4750 down the drain, unfortunately, but they can still pick it up. Still pick it up here, but I'm not sure if they'll even have a chance to get that far, because it's 2 kills already going the way of Rise Esports, excuse me, with a chance for even more to happen as soon as this smoke dissipates. Scorch, nice little strike of blood. It really pales in comparison to anything that Consti is doing. He is roaming free, a triple in the round, might even be the quad. Scourge relegate to op saving duty. I think we're going to be seeing 11-9. Again, this is the map pick of Lux Gaming. I haven't really seen anything that's kind of blown it out of the water. Also keep in mind that this is the best of 3, so we'll be going to Mirage after this and possibly Inferno as a third. Plenty of more Counter-Strike to be played tonight, so don't worry about that. Scourge? He's actually getting slowly snuck upon by Duck. Oh, Duck is watching for it. He's dead. What? Oh my lord, Scorch! That's actually insane damage done. He can even get more if people are feeling like walking into the gauntlet, but a nice little couple of kills for Scourge allows him to save the op relatively uncontested. Not too shabby. I love that. Definitely got to be seeing a little bit more of that during the rounds, though. That was pretty smooth, though, gotta say. But I have to say, this has been anything but smooth for Lux Gaming so far. Another round where they're going to be relegated onto pistols, a very weak buy, and a tactical pause, probably the prime time for it. If not this, then next round for sure. Pistols for Lux Gaming with that single AWP to maybe spice things up a bit. I don't have high hopes for it. I'm sure at this point Rise are going to be thinking, okay, he saved the op. Let's go ahead and try to not bring things over towards outer, because immediately when I think op, I think either bringing it over towards ramp or towards outside. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see like a quick take maybe towards, I don't know, probably just upper A. But immediately we're seeing Rise Esports Club start to spice things up a bit. Already setting up for an outside smoke? Oh, no. Okay, that was not an outside smoke. I don't know. Oh, he just wants to buy an HE, I suppose. That's cool. Or a Molotov. Oh, okay, no, they're just going to take it out. I don't even know why I bother with doing analysis here. When it proves out, I'm just going to be wrong. Doesn't matter much anyway here. Lux Gaming basically had 0 chance of making this one work here. Second Molotov's the charm, isn't it, Crow? Probably a save on the book. But it's looking very, very nice for Rise at the moment here. Completely uncontested on the upper bomb site. Will lead them to victory yet again and put them up on 10. They're making this comeback happen. Nuke. It wasn't a very friendly map for Rise Esports in the past, but perhaps they've reconciled. They made a deal with the devil after fighting against Fink Gaming and have learned their lesson. I think it is really so interesting as well. It's just that Rise really only played it once. Nice little kill, by the way, and a Nightmare from Duck just taps away. He's against the pistol, but everybody loves a little bit of tapping. Be dead to rights. Scourge, can he get this kill, though? Go for the wall bang. Go for the wall bang. Aw, he doesn't go for it. He stays alive with the AWP yet again. A very, very anticlimactic round, I have to say. But this is where things can start getting a little bit crazy. Another gun set fully invested in from the CT side. And Rise continue to rise up to the challenge. Now, basically within striking distance of the CTs, who at one point had a pretty impressive lead over them. It's all evened up. Domo still on 4 kills. Well, I don't even know what to say there. Lunar gets a really nice opener onto Consi. These kills just happen so quickly at some points. It's insane to keep up at times. But let's go ahead and stabilize ourselves for a second here. Lux Gaming now have a nice solid foothold into this round here, becoming even more sweet of a deal as Domo. Well, sure, he gets the trade onto Scourge, but again, that numbers game works out for the CTs. Domo gets kill number 5. Again, it's been a slow game for him, but his team is really starting to make this comeback happen. It just shows that kills aren't everything. He's been doing his job just fine. As it falls onto the shoulders of him and Halo, this would be a good time for them to try to pull out all the crazy shenanigans. They have so much util. Full sets on either of the 2 remaining clutchers. Means that they could go for something a bit spicy. Hell, even make it a light execute onto a site or 2. I'm saying a site or 2 because you never know. It might be a fake. Yes, this is live, Sunka. Good old angle from Nightmare. He's just watching for the hut push here. But Mini is also held down to AT. Domo, don't get caught with your nade out here. Unfortunately, he does. He falls. And it all stays clean. Lux Gaming finally have grounded themselves to reality and get another one on the board. Only 4 more to close things out in map number 1. But Rise Esports Club, they have a very nice amount of money under their pockets, or in their pockets, excuse me. Solrek asks, when did this match start? It started about 40 minutes ago, I'd say. It's just been a relatively long game, I have to say. Double snipers brought out. Holy hell. Halo's quick on the trigger. Somehow faster than Lunar. Not something I say very often here. Lunar is a very impressive player in his own right here, but they're all paling in comparison to the gunfire of Rise Esports Club as they now take numbers yet again. Now this forces the CT to go for something tricky. Scourge will be the person to try to be the first face against the T's. Finds 1 kill. Finds the second through the wall, but he is going to get traded out from here on out. It's an even scenario. Very, very nice try for Scourge to go for something absolutely crazy, and it actually might be the key for them back into this round. A retake will be on the cards. Mickey and AB will be the players to have to make the magic happen here. Domo watching, somehow has avoided where AB is playing here. If AB closes the distance just a little bit more, he doesn't spot the rifle. Oh my god, he does at just the wrong moment though, and Domo closes it out. A very back and forth round, but it just might slip out of the grasp of Lux Gaming. It is hectic to watch, to say the least. But no, this is just how it be sometimes. Mickey, 1-on-2 is burning alive. He's just going to try to get away with his gun, but he's going to explode to the bomb. I mean, he's dead to rights here. I don't see... Wait, does he actually survive from here? Holy hell, he does. Okay, so he will choose to actually... Or he will save that gun, just barely. And Lux Gaming, their map pick is slowly starting to slip away from them yet again. That was another one where Rise Esports Club didn't exactly seem all too shabby on it. It's very stable for them. It might continue in that fashion, because a very weak buy comes out from Lux. We're talking pistols, with the exception of that saved rifle from Mickey, who will be sitting on top of Hut, and the first one already goes the way of Halo. I have to say, Halo in these last couple of rounds has really had Lunar's number. First against Yop, this time against Deagle. Slightly easier challenge, sure, but Halo... Look, I'm friends with him, so I'm a little biased, but he's been having a pretty good performance so far. AB has as well, but with only Deagle in his hand, I don't see him pulling off something all too crazy. Can't even thread the needle onto the first shot. Surely any more than that, as it's going to be a bit too tall of an order. Rise slowly try to take over the mini area. Mickey is stuck behind the smoke. Nightmare and Crow exchanging bullets back and forth. Numbers game, again, going the way of... Well, actually, it's even... I don't know how Nightmare has managed to find a double. But he has, and Mickey actually does even better. But I think sanity has been reclaimed as Duck and Domo both find kills. And now we're back into a little bit more of a rational situation. It's going to be Nightmare against 2. And first up, his first challenger will be Domo, who's making a ton of noise with the bomb in hand here. Maybe Nightmare can catch him off guard, but Domo, quick on the shots to his own right here. Knew that it was going to be a possibility, so that certain danger avoided. And Rise Esports Club, just like that, they have completed the comeback officially, and they have evened things up on map number 1 here. I have to say, I am really impressed with how they've played this Rise. At some points on the T side, Lux Gaming really seemed to have the number of Lux, or of Rise, but man, they are seriously starting to prove otherwise. They're showing up. Definitely learned from their past mistakes against Feint. They now try to continue the comeback and finish this game out here. Scourge holding over towards ramp, did a good job at it when he had the AWP previously. With an M4, can he deliver in the same fashion? Cool. You know, perhaps he can. Doesn't get quite the opportunity to do just that, and Halo will run rampant over him. Nightmare, though, is ready to strike blood to his own right, though. Finds it first, nearly gets a second. Halo barely staying alive through this one here. Throws a bit of a wrench in Rise Esports Club's plans. Nightmare, he's looking away from ramp. This is so risky, but I think, oh my god, this gamble actually might work out perfectly. He's going to hit the jackpot, finds the first kill, and it comes down to 1 versus 1. Lux Gaming, I didn't exactly give them the best of chances of winning this one here, but they might have actually pulled it off. Domo against AB. Now, sure, Domo has had a slow game, but maybe he can try to prove his worth here and show exactly why you don't always need to pop off on the scoreboard to make it work. Domo has AB's number here, and AB is none the wiser here. No scope to close things out, and my lord, just like that, it's going to be 13 for Rise. A 1 versus 2 clutch to cap things off. And it is getting sweeter and sweeter for the T's. Excuse me. It's going to be more pistols for Lux. This is insane. Because there's a lot of things that Lux were doing, excuse me, to react to how Rise were playing this one here. I mean, think about how they had Nightmare playing backside. That was like a huge adjustment, but it just didn't work out. The pistols seem to be their most overwhelming enemy so far. Lower already controlled by Crow. This is huge. This might be it. I mean, honestly, I think we could be staring down 14. Made even more theoretical. Duck gets another one. The only person who's really left to maybe make things go the other way would be Lunar. Because AB and Nightmare both already domed. And indeed, it will be up to the Krieg wielder himself, Lunar. Lunar hasn't really had the craziest game, but he's staying even. He's staying decent. He's doing his job. It just seems like Lux Gaming can't quite close things out. That was a bit of an awkward scenario, but... Well, it's going to be 14 for Rise, and no Krieg save for Lunar. It has to hurt. Only one more buy really separates Lux Gaming from this in defeat. So they'll have to pull out all the stops here. AWPs, rifles. I don't know. I'm not too convinced just yet. I haven't seen anything from Lux Gaming that are making me think, okay, if they can bring this out, they can seriously destroy Rise. Rise have really been able to adapt, and you know, the criticisms that I had for them playing mid and late round slow has pretty much completely dissipated. They've learned from their mistakes, adjusted, and are looking better for it. I mean, Rise Esports Club might not be ready for Lunar pushing over towards Secret. Always feels like this works out decently enough for him. Halo drops, so will no longer be looking for a Lunar. It's all quiet on the western front. No movement. No budging. Just wait for the nades to come out. Here they come. Smoke wall through. That will actually lead Lunar to try to go for something a little bit more aggressive, but the push is happening over towards ramp. There's an op towards either which angle, so it's going to be good luck to Rise Esports Club here, because if they can take one of these two snipers down, they could be in for a free sight. Holy hell, and it happens. Domo, I have to say, this is exactly what I wanted to see out of him, and Nightmare, that's not what I wanted to see out of you. Unfortunately, gives up his life for the fight. It's not looking too great now. It's a 3-on-3, sure, but this should be going the way of Rise Esports Club every single day of the week here. A bit of a shaky spray, but a conversion nonetheless. Means that it's just about done and dusted for this map. Unless something crazy can happen, we're going to be seeing 15. Lunar. Maybe, just maybe, could pull this one off here. He has the element of surprise in his favor here, but it's not going to be lasting for much longer. Duck is slowly advancing on his position, and he's zeroed in on, closed out, traded out, whatever you want to say. It's 15 for Rise. That's really the headline to take out of this one. Would you look at that? 12 to 15. Not only have Rise completed the comeback, but they are absolutely stomping Lux. 3 to 9 on the CT half. I have to say, Rise Esports Club have seriously brought their A game when it comes to playing as the terrorists. With a very weak buy, the only thing to Lux Gaming's name in the potential last one of this map number 1, I get slowly corrected by a collapse on lobby. And, well, Domo, sure, go for all the crazy plays that you want. What the hell did I just miss out on? A triple from Mickey. That's insane. Well, okay, just like that, Lux Gaming get a quick one together off the back of a very nice triple kill from Mickey. I mean, sure, Mickey is top fragging, and his team is basically all at the same amount of kills, but that MP9 3K came out of absolutely nowhere. Definitely caught them off guard, but hey, something's got to budge. Tom's giving up, and oh no, poor Consti. He gets tagged down as he tries to make marshmallow play. Nice little tap from Halo in response, but I'm still stuck on poor Consti. He's not going to be getting money for that quote-unquote suicide. Oh man, that sucks. Well, it's 4-on-4. Even striking distance thanks to Halo being able to hit that nasty one-tap. Mickey is going to try to pull off a little bit more shenanigans. Probably not another triple kill is in his grasp, but maybe just 1 or 2 kills could easily swing this back into his team's favor. Ramp contact play in the works as well from Rise. And Nightmare, he will be ready to rotate. Scourge is in a very sneaky off angle. Probably is going to be one and done, but he might not even have a chance to strike here. He does, and the verticality works to a charm for the both of them here. It's even Stevens yet again, and Rise have plenty of time to play with, and soon the bomb in their grasp as well. It's looking better and better, I have to say, Lux Gaming. They can make this work. Mickey holding down the corner with an AK, finds the first. It's practically DM server for the man as well. A double for him. I have no clue why view models aren't showing up, I'll be completely honest. He's the only player that doesn't have any guns showing up. But here we are, 14-15. We're going the full 30. It's something that I didn't think I would be uttering, but here we are. It's crunch time. Not only did somehow Lux Gaming make that insanely strange MP9 buy work thanks to the heroics of Mickey, but they solidly won that follow-up as well thanks to some incredible trading and ramp shenanigans over by Scourge in particular. It all comes down to this. It's overtime or bust for Lux. And the buy is not very promising. Could be seeing a Krieg, AK. Galil, P250, and a Mat 10. Okay, this is an interesting buy. An outer execute, I like it. I think it's a good start. Rise Esports Club might be the kind of recipe for success that you're hoping for. It's not the flashiest, it's not the crazy, but the CTs are already getting ready. Look at this. Lunar has already joined the fight over towards lower with more at the ready. Has to time his nade correctly, though. This nade could be absolutely lethal, and indeed, it just might be. Huge damage onto Duck and Halo. That puts him within one-shot range of those M4s. That is massive, because especially as the smoke dissipates, it might be Lunar's best chance to strike a couple of kills. A little Molotov for good measure as well. Adds a bit of utility damage onto the equation as well, and I think this is it. It has to be, surely. It's going to be a crossfire, and surprisingly, it's a duel that Lunar doesn't win. 3-on-3 we go. And I didn't think I'd be saying this. It was looking so good for Lux Gaming. Unfortunately, Lunar can't quite close out the frags. And the CT is collapsing on their position quickly. Just gave it up. Now Rise Esports Club, all they have to do is plant the bomb upper, and the game is practically in their hands. Map number 1 is practically in their hands, and snatching this one away from the hopes and dreams and everything that Lux Gaming worked towards. Gone. This was their map pick. That's insane, Lux Gaming. I have to say, though, so much respect to Rise for doing their homework and working a lot on their mid game, because it is looking like a completely different beast than we saw versus Feint, and it is showing. Scourge now has to pull off a 1 versus 3, and he gets the first. Don't count him out of this one just yet here, but now you can. Final shot comes through, and my lord, Rise Esports Club, they pull off the comeback, and they steal away map number 1. That is unbelievable. Incredibly played by Rise Esports Club. They will close it out, not having to go to overtime while doing it. So that is going to put us at a little bit of a road bump, I have to say. Lux Gaming, that quite obviously was not the sort of situation that they were hoping to be staring down the barrel of, but here we are. There's going to be a short break before we head in map number 2. Will be the map pick of Rise Esports Club this time. And it's going to be Mirage. Don't go anywhere, because this could be another very interesting game on our hands. My name is Ito, and if you enjoyed, please feel free to drop a follow, or if you're feeling really generous, a Twitch Prime. But there's still plenty of time for you to decide on that. Don't go anywhere. There's going to be more CS soon. We'll see you later.
Look up to the sky, aim for the sun. Hold your head up high, no need to run, to run. I'll be by your side. I will be, I'll be by your side. Look up to the sky, aim for the sun. Hold your head up high, no need to run, to run. I'll be by your side. I will be, I'll be by your side. 'Cause I'll be by your side. 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 I will be, I will be, I will be, I will be, I will be. I'll be by your side.
Sleeping alone, and I've been eating alone. Hiding under the stairs, even though no one's home. And if you're living in the daylight, or living underground, they're sending a message that someone's watching. I don't care if someone's watching. Give a fuck of the And now she's sleeping alone. And now she's eating alone. Hiding under the stairs, even though no one's home. And if you're living in the daylight, or living underground, they're sending a message that someone's watching. I don't care if someone's watching. If you're living in the daylight, or living underground, they're sending a message that someone's watching. Someone's watching us. Someone's watching us. Someone's watching us. Someone's watching us.
A connection leading us through months apart. Any direction, I feel it right in my heart. We're gonna be forever. We're gonna be forever. We're gonna be forever. Wherever I go, you stayed with me after all that we've been through. You're always who I end up running to. We saw each other's different points of view. I'm always coming back to you. Coexistence, feeling lost but not alone. In the distance, I hear you calling me home. We're gonna be forever. We're gonna be forever. We're gonna be forever. We're gonna be forever. Wherever I go, you stayed with me after all that we've been through. You're always who
It's map number 2. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Ito, and we are back for more Counter-Strike action, more ESEA Advanced Season 33 North American Playoffs action. Now, okay, map number 1, let's just talk about that one real quick. Okay, things already start off with a team knife. That's not a very good start. Poor Nightmare. He's a master on pistols. But I want to mention Rise Esports Club managed to honestly sneakily steal away Nuke. They were down so much but made the comeback happen, which is insanely impressive. Now this is the stomping ground for Rise Esports as actually stomping over mid. I'll get back to that in a second here. I want to see how Lunar, how the A-site defenders manage to deal with this here, because it's going to be a very tough ask. Rise are just going to collapse on them with the pistols. Lunar finds first, second blood with that P2000 before he eventually drops all the same here, but this is looking very nice now for Lux Gaming. They're somehow outlasting these Glocks. Now the bomb will try to get forced down over towards A, but Nightmare has still not struck. He could still strike fear into the hearts of Duck and Domo if they're given the chance here. Scourge getting pushed upon with that Glock here. Might be on borrowed time, and unfortunately he is, but his position, Duck, has been given away. Nice little jump from Duck though. And will allow his way over towards the V-bomb site very, very safely. Get the bomb down, play it from there. This isn't an impossible clutch from Duck, I have to say. He's going to be able to get anywhere he wants uncontested. Now that this is the map pick of Rise Esports Club, maybe they're going to be a little bit more prepared for it too. Maybe Duck is going to be ready for something a little bit more heinous. Getting away with this 1 versus 3 would surely be probably the most insane thing we've seen so far this series. Gets it off to a not the best start. He's being collapsed upon by all the CTs. It's a nice try, a valiant attempt to be sure, but it's not quite enough. So an anticlimactic finish to what could have been a very climactic round will end up airing the way of Lux Gaming. I have to say, really decent adjustments to start things off. Considering, I mean, Lux Gaming, they immediately ate some damage. Nightmare did, and he just kind of adjusted by playing over by Firebox super early on. Rise Esports Club really didn't see him whatsoever. So he could do that position again if he wanted. Now that he has an M4 in his hands, plus hasn't eaten a knife from his teammate, it's a pretty good look, I have to say. But he'll choose to play over towards Connector. Rise Esports Club forcing up into this one with 2 AKs, Galil and Deagles. Seem to really want to try to break the eco early on of Lux Gaming. It's something that they were on the receiving end of a lot of on Nuke. And, well, things already don't start working out. Duck with a nice little double tap onto Lunar at mid. I don't think I gave that the appreciation it deserved, but that was a pretty nasty one. Plus Halo over towards Underpass. This is actually looking very decent now for Rise. A little flash through. Mickey, this time with view models. Doesn't spot a single player overall, and that actually might bring a rotate over. 2 CTs will have to face off against the 4 of Rise that will be coming towards them right now, and it might begin. Oh, Mickey, he spots it and converts the kill. That's huge, but he's playing close now. That is really just going to make him easy pickings for anybody, unless there's a crossfire out the ready. No, there isn't. I'm not sure what that was. It's so risky. Mickey, I'm not sure if he knew how much space he had to get away with. But unfortunately, he drops. It's traded right out, and this numbers game continues for Rise. Oh, Nightmare. Can't even get that spot over at Firebox working either. Consi will inherit it, and Scourge will get a kill with his MP9, but it fails at long ranges like this, and it's going to be a save that he has to commit to. It's unfortunate, but Lux Gaming, they're going to be on the back foot of this one here. Exchanging of nades. Back and forth. Scourge is actually committed to this. He doesn't have a kit, though. Yeah, he was kind of a lost cause, even if he got those kills, unless he got them in a very quick fashion. But no, Duck is well aware of it. 5 kills already, only 3 rounds in. And there's going to be more where that came from, too, because Lux only have pistols, and it's not going to be a very good look for them. And that has to hurt super early on. I mean, Rise Esports Club, they're really aiming to break the eco of the CTs early on, and my lord did they do it convincingly at that. It could have been 3 players remaining in a perfect world, but no, they get out just relatively unscathed. Smoke through, and mid control taken, seized from Rise. We'll put them in the forefront to take this wherever they wish here. Couple of Deagles try to push a ramp, but I mean, just falling victim immediately will be Nightmare and Mickey. It's not the craziest of rounds, and this is probably not where you're going to see some absurd plays happen. Two Deeks have armor, but Lunar is kind of glass cannon with this thing. Glass cannon with a hand cannon. Domo has been spotted. And it's, I mean, what can he even say here? Pistols versus AKs. These aren't exactly the most convincing of positions either. So Rise Esports should be able to get away with this one here. Although, an AK is snatched away into AB's hands here. If Rise choose not to push for this, it would be a very important gun to have heading into this next round. AB being pushed upon, though, wins the duel versus Duck. There's many more where that came from, though. If it wasn't Domo to find the kill, it was going to be Crow. And it continues. More of the same for Rise, but this probably won't be another, or excuse me, this will probably be another round in their favor as well. I mean, we're going to be seeing 3-1, Lux Gaming on full pistols still. Really buying into that second round so heavily and losing it. It hurt them a lot, so they're feeling the pain a couple of rounds later. Stacked up over at A will be Lux with only a single flashbang left to maybe dissuade them. They're waiting for Rise to try to take the site, but they've been taking this painstakingly slowly, whether they're against Ecos and whatever map that they're on. This is the stomping ground of Rise. I mean, you have to hope that they are going to be well equipped for something like this. It goes out. Surely that's going to prompt. There we are. There's a flashbang through. Can't see. He's going to line up 3. And it's, again, more of the same. The pistols at this point have so little foothold. There's 0 legs to this eco whatsoever here. It's just going to be a nice little padding of the stats, padding of the wallet for Rise as they will continue up to 3. So, very nice start. Plus, they get the bomb down to boot, so it's a little extra money in their hand. Not too shabby. Their money is definitely working out pretty fine for them. It's going swimmingly. But the CTs will buy up rifles into this one. It could go either way. Honestly, just because Lunar is going to be on the glass cannon again, I don't have the highest hopes. He didn't manage to do too much of it on Nuke. And surprisingly, that was a shot that he missed. The follow-up, yeah, it's a bit of a tougher one to hit, but not exactly sure what happened with shot number 1. That was his opportunity, really, to strike blood, strike fear into the hearts of Rise, but it doesn't happen. And that means things will stay at a standstill with a glass cannon still in the picture, sure. But definitely kind of will pale in comparison to the opposition that he's up against. Mid-control seized by Rise. Yet again, they've really been able to exploit this time and time again. Halo, then later popping up through Underpass. It's looking good. AB waits in ladder. He gets completely flashed, snuffed out. Huge play. I love that. Halo and Crow working so damn well together. Will force Lux to gamble over towards B. And only Mickey to dissuade the push otherwise. That was super well played, I have to say, by Rise. That might have just been their key to victory. There's not really going to be much that Mickey can do here. And it seems that Rise have the right read on the situation as well. They might expect it to be stacked, though. So get ready for this. Maybe they actually go towards B. Okay, no, never mind. That op gives away a lot of information here. So it's going to be a clean sweep from here on out. At this moment, though, I mean, yeah, it's just going to be the best bet of Lux Gaming to save the rifles that they have invested into this one here, the AWP as well as the M4. And really, all that they can hope for at this point is to get away without dropping those rifles here. Their investment into round number 6 is going to be minimal. Take an eye at that loss bonus that they're going to have, 3,400. Not really enough for a full buy. And so, another quiet finish to a round. It's looking pretty nice to start things out, I have to say. Rise. It seemed relatively uncontested, even on gun rounds. I mean, the fact that they're able to completely crack open, you know, sites or just very key parts of the map with just a single flashbang and a couple of players behind it. Not even a couple, just one player behind it. It doesn't really spell a lot of success coming from Lux Gaming. And it continues to be more of the same, too. Nice shot by Domo. Removes Lunar from it. And he was one of the 2 guns that Lux saved, so having him out of the picture makes things even more tough for Rise to try to overcome, or for Lux to try to overcome, excuse me. Rise up to any challenge that they're given, it seems. And, well, I mean, Nightmare, what are you even going to do with this P250? Doesn't even get the 1. It's more of the same. Same story, different round, that sort of deal. Scourge an AB. Will be left to try to convince me otherwise, and Scourge, though he gets one with the M4, can't really get much going in the way of map control. So he'll be forced to back up, take his punches where he can, and AB will be in a little bit more of an aggressive position. Has a P250, so not really big investment means that he can maybe snatch away a gun or 2. Halo even spots it, so, I mean, hell, that is insane. Rise Esports Club are playing this so safe. They're ready to die for the bomb. That's like absurd to me, is that they're fully ready to die with the bomb as well. Take a look at how long it takes to get those players out of the site. They don't end up dying with the bomb, sure, but I mean, they were sticking with that till the very bitter end because they knew a ninja was even a potential. Thoroughness is working out for them in dividends. Lux Gaming already forced to bring out the triple sniper setup here. This reeks of desperation, as they've made absolutely zero name for themselves on the map pick of Rise Esports Club. They are looking so well prepared, Rise. There's still time for it. Time for them to strike right back, sure, the CTs, but it's not off to a convincing start whatsoever. I really can't even say that this is confidently going to be a very nice CT half for them if it continues to look like this. Missed window smoke is pretty much the only thing that's been going wrong for Rise Esports Club, minus that pistol. But even then, they'll make up for it. Triple Ops yet to find blood just yet, but they will absolutely demolish anyone who even gives them the time of day. Smoke through connector. Possibly contact play at B in the works. Rise have yet to commit a lot of smokes to either one of these sites, so they could take it anywhere. Seems to be towards B since Domo, with pistol out, is bringing the C4 there. First kill goes away of Mickey, though, with that M4 over towards Palace, I believe it was. And so, because of that, it'll be the first time in a while that things have looked good for Lux Gaming, and it'll improve to look that good as well. Now, a contact play will have to be through from Rise Esports Club here, but against the M4s, they seem to be paling in comparison. Maybe the sniper gamble is working out for them here. Halo is trying to close the distance as the rotate comes through over towards Market here. Halo still can't quite close out the frag. Gets it on Scourge. That will prompt some rotates over from Lux Gaming, but surely they've got to expect Domo waiting. He still has a bomb, though. Needs to drop that over to Halo here. Oh my god, it's not coming through here. This could actually spell disaster. Domo was forced to give up his position just so he can get the C4 down here. Now playing retake will be Lux Gaming. They still can make this one work here. No kits in play makes it significantly tougher for them here, but Halo has a lot on his hands, and my lord, Lunar is up for the challenge here. It's Domo against 3, but can only find 1 before his position is snuffed out, taken care of, and removed from the round. Very well played by Lux at the end of that, I have to say. Getting the first initial kills, but then they saw a little bit of a hiccup. They gave up that kill to Scourge over towards Catwalk. It was a little bit scary from there. But they stabilized so well. A great shot from Lunar as he disembarks from Market really was the key to victory for them there. The triple op setup, I'm not sure if it was exactly their key to victory. I think a double op would do them just fine. But I'm really liking how they're playing against the snipers so far. Or with the snipers so far, I should say. Small little tactical pause comes through. This really could be for either side. I wouldn't be surprised if it was for momentum reasons. Just for Rise to calm themselves down. You see a lot of teams, even when they're in the lead, sometimes call tactical pauses. Because you never really know. I mean, you know, this would be a prime time for Lux Gaming to try to counter-strat you. There's a lot of potential for Rise Esports Club to easily strike back, ruin the economy of Lux, but it's equally as scary for Lux. Can possibly get 3 here. Money would be fine for Rise either way, but then they would start having a little bit more of a hold in the CT half. Counter util comes through. Domo doesn't give a damn, but maybe he should about the bullets. AB puts some into the heads of two members of Rise Esports Club as they try to storm out onto the B-bomb site here, but the gunfights are overwhelmingly looking very blue. Scourge and AB both find double kills, and the latter of which is even going down. The former of which stays alive, so it's okay. As it's a 1-on-3 for Consti. The bomb is down. Probably should be that number 3 as expected from Lux. They tried taking things at a blistering pace, but just weren't able to win the gunfights to boot. Honestly, it's just a really strong B-hold from Scourge and AB. Not really much more than that. I mean, it would have worked a lot of times if Domo was able to get that first kill with that MAC-10 in hand. But it just doesn't, and, well, the round doesn't exactly work because of that in itself. Consti, in this 1-versus-3, still going for it. Still thinks that his team has a chance at it. There's still plenty of money to go around. They will be able to buy up into this one as long as he doesn't die after time. So there's a real chance. Oh my god, he's actually been able to find the double. That gives away his position to Mickey, though, and Mickey has been on fire with its M4. I didn't think Consti would be able to make it this far, though. And it looks like Mickey didn't think so either. Takes him down. So the 1-versus-3, it's avoided. But not without considerable damage being done to Lux, I have to say. There's still a lot of good that Rise can take out of this one here, where if you look at the CT side, they're going to have to scrounge together everything they can just to make this round work out. Nightmare on an MP9. No rifle, or no M4 even. Everybody else has a rifle, though, including the sniper rifle. Only a single op this time. Early grenade onto Domo. Punishes him for going for that A-ramp peek. Definitely the kind of adjustment that we want to see from Lux Gaming here. This time they're going for something a little more aggressive. They're actually straight up pushing past this A-ramp smoke. This could net them something for sure. Duck isn't at the ready here. Surely, though, the footsteps will give away all the information that he needs. Knows that A-ramp was trying to be seized. Spots a leg, but doesn't quite take them off of Mickey. He's still standing in this one. It still could swing in either team's favor, I have to say. This is impressive how Lux Gaming have managed to stave off the possibly inevitable push. Alright, taking it slow, though. Are well equipped to take this to either which site. Consti, check this out. Aggressive. Oh my lord. Him and all his friends are pushing through connector. Nightmare might not be ready for the sheer amount of numbers coming his way, though. Smoke will go through. Do the CTs not think that's their own smoke? Oh my god, they're not ready for it. Nightmare is caught completely off guard. Falls at the hand of Consti. A pain in their backside. And oh my god, this is all collapsing for Lux Gaming, isn't it here? All the kills are going the way of the T side here, and Scourge is going to be left wondering what the hell just happened. All of his teammates fall around him, and the dam breaks. Opens it right up for Rise Esports Club. Scourge needs to save this gun. It's a 1-on-5. Cool, he got a kill on his way out, but your team is not going to have money. Take a look at this here. They're going to have, what is it, 2,900 coming into their pockets here. Maybe they can force FAMASas, but that's probably going to be about it. It's not a very strong... Holy hell. I just want to say real quick before I talk about what that was. Halo just managed to barely duck underneath the bullets of Scourge. That's crazy. It's pretty absurd to watch, but even more absurd to play against, I'm sure. Lux Gaming, this is probably the most dire situation that they could be in at the moment. At a disadvantage against Rise Esports Club on their map pick, on the CT side of Mirage, where you're expected to get a lot of, strong rounds, their economy has been feeble. Like, it honestly has not been promising at all for this half. Even the rounds that they have won. Things aren't looking up for them either. Halo opens things up onto Lunar, who tries pushing through the smoke at underpass. Loses his life just as swiftly because of it. And this default game strongly belongs to Rise. A bit of a whiff smoke over towards Connector. Might have been an opportunity for Mickey to find a kill with the pistols, but alas, there's no chance. He has to be a bit careful, though. He might give up his Krieg if he were to push through this anymore here. Great flash through! Oh, that is lovely from Scourge. I absolutely adore that. He's able to get a kill onto Consti because of it. Sure, it's a 1-versus-3 and probably doesn't have a chance in hell of making this one work here, but man, does it look pretty as he goes to the grave. That was cute. Lux Gaming, not the worst eco at the end of the day. Managed to scrounge together a little bit more than probably many of us would have expected. Now snipers brought back onto the table, with Lunar being the sole equipper on Lux Gaming, also has no armor. So again, back to the glass cannon we go. I feel Lux Gaming have really never been in control of their money whatsoever, and it is really hurting them a lot. Also, a nice notable thing to mention is that Domo is already having a little bit better of a game than he started out on Nuke. And Consi's having an even better game. Enough about Domo for the time being here. Let's go back to Consi, because he's the one showing up massively in the kill feed. It's another round. Hell, that was a gun round from Lux Gaming. That felt like an eco. That honestly felt like an eco. I cannot believe it. It's done. I mean, the gun round is just done. It's crazy. Yo, Saki, thank you so much, man. I'm trying to be the best commentator I can be, so that actually means the world to me. But hell, man, I don't feel like my commentary deserves that much praise for a round like that that just disappeared before I even had a chance to realize what was going on. That attempt from Lux Gaming looked more hollow than most of their pistol rounds have been. It's crazy. But I appreciate the love. I want to be the best I can be. And I look to improve even more. Thank you, Flippy. I appreciate it as well, man. Nice little aggressive positions brought upon by Lux as well, though. Take a look at this here. Halo and Lunar have managed to completely avoid each other, and if Halo gives the all clear over towards mid, it could lead to some devastation. Well, it's going to be devastating for the CTs more so than anybody. Smokes go through, a full execute in the works, and a push into CT spawn as well is actually going to be able to give up a rifle to AB. Everybody's falling by the wayside, though, thanks to Halo being able to sustain things. But a rifle save for Scourge, if he gets away with this one here, it won't be half bad. This is already a pretty deadly eco. Even made more deadly by AB picking up the kill with a Desert Eagle. Should be actually even given another chance, but why do I even worry? Domo is just too damn good. Again, there come the 3 ops from Lux Gaming. It was one of the few things that has been working out for them, is really relying a lot on the snipers. But it just really feels like they're punching above. Like, I mean, hell, Rise Esports Club feel like a full weight class above them at the moment. Always on top when it comes to the economy game, are easily able to adjust to almost anything that Lux are doing. I mean, hell, they don't even need to break things up too much. You notice Halo is still doing that same sort of default play that he has been. It just has gone unpunished. The only attempt he saw was when Lux Gaming were trying to push underpass with those pistols. And even then, it was a free kill for Halo. Like, there has been no strong counterplay from Lux Gaming so far. The closest you see, again, those snipers. But how often will that work out for you? It's so much money invested. And when you get it taken away from you the very next round, well, not promising. Domo goes for a shot on a jumping player from Ticket Booth. If he just waited a second longer, he could have gotten a clear line of sight, but he goes for something a little bit risky, but will back off just as quickly. Lunar, instead, will find first blood onto Duck, actually, putting things in his team's favor. So again, the B-hold is looking to be pretty strong. It will only improve even more so as AB and Scourge both find kills with their respective rifles. B-site is locked down. I think Rise Esports can at least find out that much. Crow's position given away, has himself in a 1-on-4, but he's surrounded from all angles. Somehow managed to stay alive. He's committing to these fights still. This is so worrying. This could allow for a long flank to happen. I'm sure he has some sort of heads up on it. He still wants to commit. This is unbelievable. I can't believe Crow hasn't just decided to try to snap it over towards A. AB, no clue on where he could be, misses a shot. There's a real chance for Crow here, but a chance that will go forgotten. It's 4 kills, insane damage, I have to say. Sure, Crow gives that up, but the double op setup that Lux Gaming wanted, gone just like that. That was way too close for comfort. I don't consider that a win at all for Lux. In fact, I consider that a loss. They're going to be scrounging up weapons, only 1 sniper, considering that has been their crutch for the entire CT side, and it's gone. This is a prime opportunity for Rise to strike right back, do even better than Crow did in that last round. That was so close to being something absolutely absurd. The most insane play, the most notable play of this match. But unfortunately, it doesn't quite go through. But man, does he go down fighting. Holy lag, Flippy says. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I'm pretty sure that was server lag because I haven't dropped any frames. 1-for-1 trade. Duck actually gives up his life for the cause here. That's the first hiccup that I've seen in a while from Rise Esports Club. First very notable early round hiccup, I should say. They've been really good at playing these defaults, playing it slow, but Duck giving up his life is not a welcome change. And suddenly, Lux Gaming find themselves on the forefront and possibly in striking distance of getting round number 5. It'll be Crow and Domo trying to convince me otherwise. And the CTs have completely deserted bomb site B. I guess they decided to gamble stack over towards A. They expected to be towards that latter site, or towards that former site, but Rise Esports Club have the right read on the situation, have so much utility, and basically a free bomb plant on the horizon. But they'll clear at every angle, make sure that this isn't too good to be true. But as the bomb goes down, that will be the catalyst for Lux Gaming realizing something has gone horribly wrong. Even more so too, as Crow is able to find the first kill here. Now 2 remain for them to close out this round and getting onto double digits. The T's have just been given the opportunity of a lifetime here, but they can't throw it away. Still so much utility remains on the 2 members of the T side as well. There's still a smoke that Domo could toss down, but it's not going to be needed. Rise Esports Club, unbelievable. They're so damn quick on their shots here, where Lux Gaming, they somehow managed to make that one, or let that one slip by. That was another very convincing situation for them. Hell, they were up, what was it, 5 versus 3? Or was it 4 versus 3? Either one of the two, it was looking very good for Lux. But I feel silly for even having that much hope. I have not been convinced on anything that Lux have done on their CT side. I know Lux are a good team. They've made it this far for a reason. They've taken down some pretty impressive teams. But they look gone from the server right now. It's not the prettiest of situations, but I mean, luck. Lux will have to take anything that they can get at this point here. It's going to be 10-5, you know, in the best of situations. But on your map pick, Rise Esports Club are definitely showing why they picked it. They are not looking contested whatsoever. Crow's Shiny Wing says, if Lunar hadn't been constantly dying instantly on CT to on Nuke, Lux probably wins Nuke. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to blame it all on Lunar. He's been given a tough position holding, like, outside solo. That's not the easiest position to hold on Nuke, in my opinion. But he still was dying super quickly at times. And, you know, players like Halo were just easily able to have his number. And, you know, even if Lunar found the first kill, he was so quickly traded out. From there, Rise, I mean, 4-on-4, they can shine. It's been a really tough draw for Lunar as well. He's 7-12. No one on his team is actually going positive. Small little tech pause through. Perhaps Lux Gaming are going to take this time to mentally reset. They're going to need it. True, but he missed shots with the op outside. That's also true, Crows. Yeah, I can't disagree with that one here. You know, think back to some of the rounds where he was glass cannon. I don't know. You got to hit some of those shots, and it's just unfortunate that he did it. Because I know Lunar is an insane player. He has it in him, but I mean, I said it before, I'll say it again. Rise Esports have really had their number. Had everybody's number. It's starting to really fall apart for Lux Gaming. Map number 1, close but no cigar. Now map number 2, it's not even close and there's no cigarette. Like, it's rough. Sure, it won't take too long for everything to get back to normal. But if it takes much longer, I might just bring it to some music while we wait for the unpause to come through. Suppose in the meantime, though, we can just talk about Lux Gaming, what this final buy is going to look like for them on the last round of the half. Rise Esports Club, Well, they're sitting pretty. They can afford upgrade pistols if they want to. They have full armor, full sets of utility, and all of them are fracking very, very well. Consti just barely ahead of the others. He's at 17, but everyone else for the most part is kind of sitting even keeled. For Lux Gaming, just no one has really been getting kills, unfortunately. Even Nightmare, one of the people to pay attention to most, he's been gone. It's been really rough for Lux Gaming, and this bye doesn't exactly inspire confidence either. And another pause. God, I was just about ready to make my storyline, how they have one more chance to strike back, but it still rings true. Even as the unpause comes through, there will be one more chance for them to make this half a little more palatable. MP9s, FAMASas, and a singular M4A4 will be all to their name, with a couple of grenades tossed in. No defuse kits. Yeah, I definitely can say this doesn't exactly inspire confidence. Rise Esports Club, it looks like they're just going to be setting up for an A execute. Hell, they're already doing it. I don't even need to think about it for too long here. Quick A execute. Go ahead and make it a swift death when you're executing the animal. You know, gotta make it quick. That sort of deal, right? Lunar, he's going to go for something a little bit scary over towards Sandwich, dies immediately. And I think this is what Crows was mentioning before. Unfortunately, just dies a bit too quickly, and his teammates aren't there to follow up just too much. Although, they're getting a couple of kills in their own response here. Scourge is actually able to find a double, and this round has actually fallen apart. I don't know what the hell just happened there, but it somehow works out for Lux Gaming. They just get collapsed upon by all angles. Rise Esports Club trying to go for a full execute onto the A bomb site. Just really don't commit to much of anything here. I feel like once they took down Lunar, that should have been like their go button pressed. They should have tried to like storm out onto site, but the fact that they kind of lagged behind over towards Tetris, that allowed Lux Gaming to toss a couple of more members at them, you know, bring them out over towards Sandwich. Both Mickey and AB were able to find kills. So, look, I don't want to make Lunar sound like the sacrificial lamb, but I feel like his position was important because it really did stall the push of Rise. 10-5. One more decent, well, I wouldn't say one more. A decent shot for Lux Gaming to at least even things up a little bit more. And setting up for an A execute of their own. They're going to say anything that you can do, I can do better. But, it wasn't exactly great for Rise Esports Club. Let's see if Lux can give us a nice little crash course on how to do it. They get out to the site. Don't take any fights on the way there, but that's because there's absolutely nobody waiting for them here. They'll be pushing into CT. The CTs themselves playing super passively over at spawn here. And now the shots of the USPs will ring out, but the Glocks overwhelmingly make the noises, and all throughout this round, it still remains even. Still, there's plenty of action going on here. It's still 3 versus 3. The CTs have really yet to strike. There's no kits in play, which makes things a bit tougher for the CTs. Nice little shot from Crow, and a second here. Oh, I don't know why I was worried at all, because Crow is absolutely on something else. I want to know everything about this man. What's his crosshair? What's his CFG? What does he eat for breakfast? Because that is something I need to copy. Crow is unbelievable. A 4K in the pistol. He just hits all those shots. Like, God, that's not something I would hit in a pistol DM, sir. And this man does it in an ESEA Advanced Playoffs match. Crazy heroics from him. It will continue. Lux Gaming. They'll try to force this one up here. Maybe get a little bit of money out of Rise, but I'm not too confident in it. I haven't been convinced by anything Lux Gaming have done so far. But this is their chance, though. Nice little smoke through from Consti. Acts as kind of a one-way, but it's a bit too far, and that basically gives up 2 free frags to the terrorist side here. Lux Gaming will collapse on this newfound advantage, bring it over towards the A-bomb site here, where Halo is going to try to throw a wrench into the plan. But there is absolutely no shot here. A gauntlet of kills remains, and wait a second, Crow is actually giving them a little bit of a shot. He finds a lineup on 2 members, but surely, oh my god, he's going to be able to close it out from here. I might have spoke too soon, though. Crow has found 3, but somehow connects onto the 4th. Onto the 3rd, excuse me. Now 2 more remain. I am starting to feel very scared here. but I will be tranquilized by the shots of Mickey as he tranquilizes Crow. 3 kills for one and 2 kills to the other means that Lux Gaming are going to be able to secure number 6, but that was, at the end of the day, too close for comfort. That's, again, so much money just drained out of Lux. It's going to be hard for them to build up a sustainable economy if they just keep on siphoning players like that. It was a 1 versus 5 down to 1 versus 2. It's not very nice. Esports Club will be investing into this one again, though, with pistols. So not the rifles that they had last time, but the pistols do just well enough here. They immediately take down Mickey, but traded out by Lunar just as quickly. The CTs can still make a decent foothold into this. Consi has actually let Scourge go by. He's still remaining overtied towards Firebox, and he hasn't made any noise here. Domo can just give up his position entirely here, because it's time for now Consi to shine. He finds the first, but the second is way out of the picture here. They're getting overwhelmed by pistols, and oh my god, it might have actually just happened here. My voice is cracking, but I think the defense has cracked open Lux Gaming here. It's Lunar against 3, Lunar against the world, and I think Lunar might still have a horse in this race. Don't tell me it's gonna happen. Lunar gotta be so scared here. He finds a second, but the third is out of the picture. Unbelievable. Rise Esports do it. I got a drink for that one here, because I don't think my voice should have cracked at a round like that. It should have been a shoo-in for Lux Gaming, but they don't. They don't take it. That's unbelievable. I don't even know what to say anymore. That should have been a freebie. That was theirs to lose, and they did. Now, every last cent bought up. Lux Gaming, well, they definitely seem motivated. I can give them that. They're taking it out over towards A, and we'll find a flurry of kills going their way. So, not too shabby. They'll get the bomb down at the very least. This retake is still very much possible, though, just because Scourge and AB are on 10 HP combined. Mickey, 43, not much healthier. And they're not even getting the bomb down. What is going on here? AB, there we are. Finally gets it through. That nade connects perfectly onto Scourge. And now this retake has real legs to it. They've taken down the healthy player. Now only AB and Mickey remain, the first of which falls, the second of which falls. It's a flawless retake. And that is exactly why I said they were far from out of the woods. The T side can't quite close it out. They get the bomb down, sure, so they're going to be able to afford a couple of more guns heading into this next one here. But we're not going to be seeing AKs. And hell, we might not be seeing much more than maybe a few Deagles. Talk about a lukewarm performance from Lux on that one. I mean, to be fair to them, they were stuck in a very tough position despite having that numbers advantage. So many players were lit up so heavily that it became like a very monumental task. But at the same time, I mean, surely there's got to be a better way that you can play that. It's just unfortunate. I think that dunk nade really opened things up. Lux Gaming, I know they're like a great team. We saw what they can do when we're on Nuke, and you can look at their past matchups. They have it in them, but they just look completely lost against Rise. Yo, holy shit, Jonesy. Thank you so much for the sub, man. I appreciate you so much, and I'm looking forward to casting your game soon. Pistols in play for Lux Gaming. And it's all quiet. They're just going to be going for a B contact play. I don't imagine this one is really going to crack open the defense all too much. Jonesy, I appreciate you too much, man. You're too sweet. Nice little nade sack through. Crow right at the bottom of it, though. Well, he sprays nothing, but he still stayed alive for so long. That allows for a couple of rotates to come through, and it's going to be another very doable retake for the CTs. And hell, they don't even need to make it a retake here. Just making an elimination victory. It's AB against 4. Finds the first two, no problem. Well, I wouldn't say no problem. He took heavy damage while doing it. That just leads to Duck being able to close him out. 14 for Rise. This is a pretty one-sided game so far. And there has really been nothing to convince me otherwise. I have no clue whatsoever how Crow was able to stay alive so long under window there. But I think that kind of speaks dividends to really how Rise Esports Club have been able to have this game go for them so far. Lux Gaming, very quiet, to say the very least here. That's a way to make some noise, though. They take down Domo. The Opera out of the picture is definitely going to be a nicer look for them. They can use this newfound mana advantage to try to extend it into an execute of some sort here. They're taking a little bit more of an approach as to what we saw Rise Esports Club do when they were on the T side of things here. Get that mid control super early on every single round. Smoke out window if you have to, but just take it every single time. And then you can just execute from there on out every single time. And, I mean, hey, it was a working recipe the first time. Maybe Lux Gaming can try to do them one better here. They've completed the first part. They've taken all that mid control here. Now they actually need to execute onto his site here. Consi, caught off guard, gets pushed and demolished by a player out through Palace here. And it will eventually fall onto the shoulders of Duck. And hey, what? Oh, I thought Duck hit that one. I was about to shit myself, man. That was insane almost. But no, not gonna happen. We're good. It's all solid. No reason to freak out. Lux Gaming might have just found a little bit of an in. It's still a long, long way before I say that they have a chance to make a comeback happen. My god, I didn't think Rise were actually going to buy up into this one, but Domo has the AWP. He's going for the sneaky position up towards Catwalk 2. It's so damn quick! The pace outmatches Mickey. And sure, Lunar will get one in comparison, or in return, rather. That op is still on the server. It's still kicking. And, well, that's a missed shot from Domo. But second time's the charm, I suppose. The pistols are reigning supreme over at A as well. It's Scourge and AB. Left to do it. It's not impossible, sure. But the bomb needs to get its way to the A-bomb site as soon as possible. And they need to play time. Because the CTs are slowly starting to collapse onto the positions, and the kill isn't converted! Scourge goes down! He lights up 2 players on his way to the grave, but somehow Rise are making this work! It's unbelievable! It's unbelievable! I cannot believe that! I sound like a broken record. And I might be a broken record. But this has been a broken offense from Lux Gaming. I cannot believe that. Rise Esports Club snatch victory from the jaws of defeat right there, and on a near full pistol buy, make it work. Now that they have guns, this is their stomping grounds, this is their map, this is their series, and my god, this might be their playoffs as well. Lunar gets one in return, but is this the end of the line? It falls really on Lunar. Sure, AB and Nightmare are still in the server as well. Lunar falls. And so do the chances of this game coming to fruition. It has been probably one of the least flashy games I've seen in a while, but solid play makes Rise Esports Club come out on top time and time again here. They don't need to make things flashy. We don't need to see any crazy plays. The closest we saw was Crow, but even he fell. I mean, seriously, it's teamwork makes the dream work. Lux Gaming stuck between a rock and a hard place. Won't have their challenge coming for them for quite a while. Rise Esports Club perfectly content playing 2 per site. Because they know the brawl is going to be coming to them here. AB, given a Krieg, channels the words of Bogdan, but he might get bogged down. Nightmare, first point of contact. Makes a little bit of noise. That's going to be a free shot for Consi here. Nightmare, you have a Galio to work with here. Actually wins the duel on top of it here. And same story with Domo. Wait a second. Maybe I counted you guys out too early, Lux. It's a 2-on-2. Nightmare extending for a little bit more. Falls, but maybe he can make this work here. We saw him in the clutch scenario before, but it's not meant to be. Rise Esports Club, unbelievable. They somehow make it work. They pull off the comeback on Nuke in an unbelievable performance. Everybody just completely stomped on the side of Lux Gaming in map number 2. It felt like they weren't in that one at all. And I mean, hey, I think the scoreboard, the stats could back up my claim, but that was a very one-sided map number 2. Map number 1, it was close back and forth. We saw an insane comeback come through. But that was kind of an anticlimactic way to finish things up, wasn't it? It's going to be a 2-0 for Rise Esports Club, so they will continue on in ESEA playoffs here, and will now have their matches listed on HLTV and all the good sites. That is it from me, though. I'm going to go probably have dinner. If you guys enjoyed, please feel free to drop a follow, or if you're feeling really generous, a Twitch subscription. It really does help me out. And thank you guys so much for coming through. It means the world to me. And well, what can I say? Have a good night. Hey, Master Bear, yo, fucking stop that, dude. I'm gonna ban you, man. Don't say that shit. These are fucking advanced players. Get a fucking grip. You lost your money. Deal with it. Have a good night. And don't be like Master Bear. We'll see you later. And have a good one.